Richard Hill is one of a new breed of men around the City of London. Every day he can win or lose a fortune in a war of nerves against dedicated speculators like Ronnie Schlapfer in New York and William Wong, who plays the currency market from Hong Kong. One day in June, the three of them gambled $1,000 million. Who won? Every day, currency dealers exchange hundreds of billions of dollars into pounds, marks into yen, francs into lira. Some of this torrent serves international trade, but most of it is now hot money, searching for the most profitable home. So lucrative has this business become that banks compete against each other 24 hours a day around the globe, trying to make money out of money. On June the 4th, 1985, commercial breaks filmed simultaneously in London, Hong Kong and New York, with three of the players in this game of electronic poker. In England, it's nearly midnight, and June the 4th is about to begin. Deep in the Kent countryside, Richard Hill is still hard at work, checking the market with his bank's American branch.
No, but you've got to remember the whole world is long with sterling. OK, you can hang on to early Far East, but I'll get rid of them sort of as soon as the Far East get going. I don't think you're going to make a fortune out of it.
In New York, it's still only 6 in the evening. Ronnie Schlapfer speculates for himself and for 13 millionaires. Today, he's already made $200,000, but Ronnie's an addict. He'll search anywhere to make more.
Listen, can you please tell me how the quotes are for sterling and Deutschmark in Australia?
Yeah, in Australia now it's 3:04.
In Hong Kong, it's early morning. June the 4th has already begun.
Radio Television Hong Kong, the time 6:30.
Trading on the European foreign exchanges was erratic and thin.
Capitalist Hong Kong is living on borrowed time. Its people know that their buccaneering days may soon be over. So the pace of their favourite activity, making money, becomes ever more frantic. High up in a suburban apartment block, one of the Far East's leading currency traders has just woken up. 24-year-old William Wong comes from a family of currency traders who left China 30 years ago after the communists arrived. Wong's skills are not so much a product of education as of thousands of years of Chinese trading tradition. It's 7:45. Today there are no big news stories from Europe and America to help him decide which way the pound will go. He'll have to rely on his instinct. This morning, William's late. The pound is already rising. He must decide within minutes whether to jump on the bandwagon and buy some pounds in the hope that they'll go on going up.
Morning.
128 now, pay 15 from Australia, I need the offer.
Oh my God.
Surrounded by electronic gadgetry, William is taking the pulse of a market which, at this time of day, stretches from Singapore to Tokyo. William works for the American Chemical Bank, one of the largest banks in the world. Chemical is expanding fast in the currency market. Its dealers take huge risks, but they're well rewarded. William's salary starts at £25,000, but with his colleagues on the currency dealing desk, he shares 3% of their profits. It's a hefty commission, which can double his salary if he gets it right. If he gets it wrong, William Wong faces the sack. William's in charge of trading the pound against the dollar. It's just 8:05. The pound is still rising, and William's being forced to make a decision.
Oh my God.
He buys his first £3 million with Chemicals dollars, gambling that the pound will go on up. Now that he's made his decision, he'd like to buy more.
Charge of cable for Australia.
30-40.
This 24-year-old can gamble £20 million of his bank's money without asking anyone.
I think the sterling will go higher. And, well, I think the market still looking level to buy sterling. So I'm looking to buy sterling too. So that's why I'm paying 30 in the brokers and to see what's going on. If nobody wants to hit me, then I will go out to buy some more.
Within minutes, he's back in the market, quoting a higher price, trying to help the pound up as he steadily buys more.
40.50. Sorry? Okay. 40.50 I do.
He's just bought another £1 million. By mid-morning, he's up to £21 million. It could be time to get out before the price falls.
如果上翻去70幾個頭我先 sell， 而家長喺40幾個頭可以坐。
個磅咧高少少要 sell 嘅，個市開咗場。
call 到 3 quarter 暫時嚟講快。
call 得 3 quarter。
但係倫
敦入嚟會買磅，
會買磅，
作為買磅。
風繼續吹啦。
Meantime, in London, it's the middle of the night, and in Connecticut, it's late evening. Back home in a house appropriate for an international speculator, Ronnie Schlapfer's checking the news for possible impact on the markets.
Good evening, I'm John Rowland.
Ronnie's lifestyle depends on his ability to make money for his clients. 13 very rich individuals, each with a minimum stake of $500,000. The US is just a convenient base. Ronnie is Swiss, and his clients are spread around the world. But they'll stay with him only if he delivers. Last year, he made them an amazing 50% profit. To do so, he needs to keep at it, day and night, playing whichever markets are open. His last decision of the day is to sell his remaining Deutschmarks.
Hi, Brad. I think we should go square, and why don't you sell 26 million marks, and then we have a look tomorrow. Early tomorrow. We call each other, huh?
For William Wong, a quick early lunch. He's worried that the pound will fall, and he's still sitting on 21 million of them. But the dealing room is never far away. He can check the latest exchange rate on a tiny portable receiver, which he carries wherever he goes. Luckily, the pound is up a bit. Now, William has decided that the pound has peaked. It's time to cash in his chips. But by the time that he sells his £21 million, the market will realise what he's doing and the price might fall. So he needs a disguise. He enlists the help of the dealers of the other currencies. If they each sell £5 million at the same time, the other banks won't realise what's happening and William can take his profit. But they'll have to be quick. They're just waiting for his command. A final check on the price. With a casual wave of 5 fingers, the first 5 million goes. The price hasn't moved yet. In quick succession, they sell £5 million, another 5 million, and a last 5 million. And he's out. The sting has worked. A quick check on the price.
Hello. 50.55.
It's already down 1/10 of a cent, but William has beaten the market.
It's a good morning. This morning make $20,000 US. 100% enjoy it. Once a dealer, always a dealer.
Radio 2.
5 o'clock news time. This is Nick Page. A bomb has been found on the steps of the Syrian embassy in London. A 4th man has been accused of belonging to a spy ring in the United States.
Currency trading is an addictive business. His wife still fast asleep. Richard Hill is already getting his first fix of the day with a call to his bank's Hong Kong office to see what's happening. And to give a special warning of what he intends to do to the pound, for their ears only.
Okay, mate. Well, I wouldn't be too long with sterling because we'll probably try and bash it down when we get in. Try and look for a quick 50 or 60 points. I guess we do feel some pride in the pound occasionally, but it's not part of our job. I mean, primarily I'm there to make money, so if the pound's falling, I've got to take advantage of it.
It's 6:30, a time when no traditional city gent would be seen dead arriving at work. But Richard Hill is no traditionalist. More of a financial athlete than an economics scholar, he started right at the bottom in Barclays Bank. But at the age of 31, he already earns more than most of their high street managers. Hill likes to arrive early, to be ahead of the game. His life centres around this huge dealing room. Barclays might have a staid high street image, but when it comes to currency dealing, Richard's up there with the gamblers, and the bank loves him for it. As Barclays' sterling dealer, he sits in the hot seat on the circular currency dealing desk, surrounded by the dealers of the other currencies.
I think cable will lead the way down against a cable down to dollar marks of 306. What was that? Check.
Barclays treats its dealers differently to the American banks. They get no commission, but then they aren't sacked if they get it wrong. Just a gentle push sideways.
Sorry?
$75.80 mark.
Sometime this week, but it's a matter of time.
$75.80.
But they're still hungry to make money. Working with tiny margins on hundreds of millions, these 8 young men squeeze every penny they can out of the market. Last year, Barclays Bank made over £100 million profit just from foreign currency dealing.
It was lower. Makes any difference. At the start of the day, all the banks in the world are party to the same information. It's a question of whether you make the best use of the information during the day. Doesn't look like there's much of a trend at the moment, so as I say, we'll just play the market on people's positions, really, and take a bit of profit out of it.
That still means bashing the pound this morning. So with London still mostly asleep, he calls Barclays Hong Kong on his computerized dealing screen. What's cooking, he asks. And he then tells them that he wants to sell some sterling. And the amount? 10. Their shorthand for £10 million. Barclays Hong Kong spread the word, trying to tempt other banks into buying. It's early afternoon, and William, flush from his morning success, is a likely candidate. He decides to call Barclays London direct to find out their latest price.
Cable, chemical, Hong Kong, 49.54.
In London, Richard quotes a competitive price to tempt William into buying. And William falls for it, buying £5 million.
Lose 5.
5 million of Barclays pounds have just travelled to chemical Hong Kong. As Richard sells more, the price falls. And within 10 minutes, it's down ½ cent. The £5 million that William bought is now worth £20,000 less. In this small duel, Richard has scored. William is gracious in recognising a competitor's skill.
Well, it's a good deal. This deal is quite good.
Why do you say that?
Well, sometimes you can see it scream, he can lead the market.